Hi, everybody. So here we are back. I know it's been a long time. It's been since February that I did the last webinar, so it's been a long time. A lot's happened. For one thing, y'all knew about my husband's health issues, and so that's still going on. My daughter got engaged. She got married. We had not one, not two, but three wedding receptions. I sold part of the business and we moved the warehouse and what else? Oh, and my mom fell and broke her hip. So now I'm taking care of her. It's been kind of busy. What did I forget, Debbie? Anything?
Just that you sold the warehouse, but you have a partner.
I sold the warehouse, but I have a partner. So my partner who bought the product line, her name is Kaylee, and you probably saw her in the newsletter. And she is delightful. She's very sweet. So I'm like, everybody's coming back. I'm so excited. I thought you would forget all about me. So anyway, so Kaylee's on the West Coast. I'm on the East Coast, which kind of creates a little issue, with the time difference. So, but I'm seeing everybody. Hi, I can see the monitor much better now, Debbie. I didn't realize how much closer I am to the monitor.
Good. Yeah.
So we are in a new studio. Probably looks a little different to you. So why don't we give them a little look around?
We're in our warehouse.
So this used to be the warehouse. Okay. It's a small warehouse, but this used to be the warehouse where Terry had all of our product line plus the garage, which is behind me right there. So I'm going to do a little look around so you can see we're not in a fancy location at all. So I'm going to give you a little 360-degree tour. So I'm going to turn the camera around. Let me see. I'm going to lower this down. And I'm going to just turn this camera. So there's the door to the garage. There's some shelving. There's some old sewing machines. There's my husband's kayak. There's Debbie. Say hi, Debbie.
Hey.
There's some shelving here. The side door that goes up to my garden, my microphone. And going back around, there's my printer's tray with all some of my thimbles, not all of them, and just a bunch of stuff. And then the Laura Star. There's our table where we're going to be doing demos. And then there's my design wall, which is behind us. And yeah, and then we're back over here. So that's it. You got to see that. Terry is no longer with us. She's officially retired.
From
this business. Yeah, she's okay. She's good. She's still recovering from her knee surgery. So it's all good. Yeah, can you see you can see a little bit of my sewing machine collection now. I actually I know it's hard to believe, but I actually collect sewing memorabilia. I know, what a surprise. So yeah, you couldn't really see it before because it was kind of put away or it was up above and you couldn't see it in the other room. So the room that was our webinar room is now my mother's bedroom. So when my mom moved in with us in July, because it just wasn't safe for her to be in her house anymore with my brother being the way he was. He was pretty unkind to her. So she came to stay with me in the beginning of July and she's been with me ever since, but she tripped and fell over her own feet a couple weeks ago and broke her hip. So she's just gotten out of rehab and she's hanging out on the couch probably watching Jeopardy right now. My favorite show. So anyway, I'm going to try to get out of here pretty quickly. So I know that a lot of us want to watch the debate tonight, and that's kind of important. So I'm going to kind of, not going to waste a lot of time, but thank you all for being here. I'm really excited to be back. And so, I really didn't have any idea what I was going to do. So I just decided to just do some like recycling stuff. So I've got a pair. So Debbie, you want to go over to the overhead camera?
Mm-hmm.
So what I did was I cut up a pair of blue jeans and we're going to make a tote bag, like a purse. So this is a leg from a pair of blue jeans. It was a large pair of blue jeans, and let me zoom out a little bit and focus. So I just opened up the leg and I just added some fusible stabilizer on here. And so this is a piece that's 25 this way and 16 this way. Okay, I cut out the pocket. I have a piece of lining that is the same size. Okay, that'll be the lining to my bag. Okay. the waistband was really stretchy. So what I did is I opened it up and added some stabilizer inside. I used my Flex and Firm light. So I'm gonna stitch that down. That's gonna be the straps. And then I took some more fabric and I just made a couple little bound buttonholes at the sides here and put a little rod pocket. And I'll show you how I did that. So that's gonna be at the top, all right? So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna sew the pocket on, okay? So we're just gonna find that pocket, we're gonna sew it on. So this bag is gonna be like this with a box corner, kind of, you know, like that size or so. So this is gonna go kind of about right here.
Jean wants to know what did you stabilize it with?
I used just some fusible fleece that I had, but if I were gonna teach this in a class, I would use my super shaping foam, because that would work the best, but I'm just trying to use up stuff that I have already, so if that's the case, just use up what you have, and if you don't have anything, use our super shaping foam. So all of our product line is still available. The phone number is still the same. And you just need to call Kaylee, and she may return your call on a different phone number, so if you call her, just know that if she returns your call, she's got our number forwarding to a cell phone. Okay, so I'm gonna sew this pocket on. Okay, so I've got the pocket on here, and I'm just gonna use the pocket, you know, that came with on the jeans. I cut it off. I just actually cut it and just, you know, just trimmed it away. Nothing fancy. So. And again, this is just, you know, this is nothing new. You've seen, I'm sure, a gazillion things made out of blue jeans online. So I'm not telling you anything you don't already know, but I just thought it was fun to just do something new here. I'm going to see here. I'm going to increase my stitch length up to about 3. So I hope everyone's doing well. I know summer was kind of crazy. So, but my daughter is now happily married to the most wonderful young man, and we are just really thrilled for her. So, if anyone lives in the southern tier of New York State, I will be teaching this weekend in Hudson Falls or Hudson Valley for the Hudson Valley American Sewing Guild. So I'm pretty excited about doing that. And I'm going to actually be taking a quilting class with somebody else. Whoops, really a little thick there. I'm taking a quilting class on Thursday, so I'm pretty excited about that too. Okay, so the pocket is sewn on. So let's go back over to the table. We are going to cut out the bottom corners here. Okay. So I'm going to use the 7-corner ruler. And I'm going to mark with something that you can see in the Sharpie here. Okay. And I'm going to mark out a 2-inch corner. Now, because this is a fold, I'm going to do 1.5 inches here and 2 inches here. Okay. I'm going to cut that out. And you all know why. Does everybody understand why I'm doing it? Because I don't have a seam here. This is the seam. So on this piece, the seam's actually like right here. So if you look at from here to here, it's equal. Does that make sense to everybody? I explain why I do that way I do. So we're going to cut out these corners. And you can put a pocket on both sides. I just did cut 2 pockets out. So it doesn't really matter. I hope you realize that whenever I teach you something, you have my permission to change it. Can everybody hear me okay? Because we've got the microphone set up in a place, you know, this is a new studio, so you need to let me know if everything's okay. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yeah, you're coming through loud and clear.
Okay. And somebody was afraid I was gonna, what about now? I'm running a dehumidifier in here that I can hear this fan. Can you guys hear that?
Not really.
Okay, good. Okay, good. All right, so I cut off those corners. I'm also gonna do the same thing with the lining, except this. I'm actually going to, the lining is cut a little bit longer because I'm gonna compensate for a fold. I mean, a seam in the bottom. I'm gonna actually cut a seam here. I'm gonna cut the lining in right here. And those of you that know me, you know what I'm gonna do, don't you? Debbie, let's give a prize to the first person that's gonna guess what I'm gonna do next here.
Oh,
And I'll whisper it in your ear. Oh, who said that?
Denise.
Denise.
Denise
I'm
did
putting a
that.
zipper in the bottom, yes. So Denise, remind me, just send me an email, remind me you're the winner, and I will send you a little something, something. Yes, I'm gonna put a zipper in the lining. Why, okay, Denise, Miss Smarty Pants, why do I put a zipper in the lining since you know so much? Tell me what she said.
She hasn't answered yet.
She will.
Easier to turn the bag.
That's right, easier to turn the bag, right? Very good, very good.
The Jean says to have a hiding place.
And it's also to have a hiding place, that's true. That's true too, but the main purpose in the beginning was to turn the bag. So, I'm going to put a zipper on the bottom edge here. Got this pink zipper. I'm gonna open it up and I'm gonna sew one on each side. So let's go back to the machine. And I'm gonna switch feet to my double piping foot.
Okay, how deep are your corner cuts?
Those corner cuts were 2 inches on each edge because there was a seam involved on both sides. 2 inches, just like my bag. All right, so I'm going to put the teeth down. And with my needle in the center.
What machine are you using?
I am using today the Juki Kokochi DX 4000 QVP, the top of the line of the Jukis. And I actually have 2 floor models of these for sale. For anyone that would like one of these machines, I will give you a really good deal. And in addition to giving you a good deal, I'm actually we're going to be doing a special. If you buy a serger or another sewing machine from me, I'm going to throw in a DX. You might want to write this down, folks. A DX 2000 QVP sewing machine for free. It's a $2,000 machine.
If you buy the serger.
If you buy either one of the two, either one of the high-end self-threading sergers, or the TL 18 QVP, or the DX 4000. I will give you that machine for free because I actually have 3 left over from a show I did last year, and I just want to get rid of them. So I'm adding those as a bonus. All right, so I sewed these together. Now I'm going to go over here. That's the table. Cut off my excess zippers. You know what, Debbie? I think I need a trash can right over here. So we need to do that for next time.
Well, we got a little one here.
We're still learning how we're going to do things around here. You know,
Is this one too big?
that one's probably too big, but actually pretty good. I'll get it. So I'm so used to my iron being over on this side, and it's not. It's on the other side. Oh, everything. This is like reverso world for me. Everything is on the opposite side in this new studio. So it's going to take us a little while to get used to it. But Debbie and I did a tutorial today for one of our new patterns coming out. And you know, we did okay. Kind of figured everything out. So here we are. So this is ready to sew. So I'm going to sew the sides of this. Okay, the sides only. And I'm going to sew the sides of my bag. So we're going to go back to the machine and change feet.
So actually, Pam, your voice is very clear at the sewing machine and it's somewhat echoey when you're over at the table.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's much, much clearer at the machine.
Well, it's actually closer to the machine, but maybe I need to move back a little bit so it's a little more centrally located. What do you think, Debbie?
Perhaps.
We can do that. It just takes a ladder, a
I
screw.
mean, it's not that we can't understand you. It's just a little bit harder to understand you.
Okay, good to know, good to know. So I'm sewing with 1/2 inch seam allowances. I'm sewing the sides of the lining here. This is a very simple bag. By the way, I am working on some incredible bag patterns for the alphabet series. So I'm really excited to bring those on board. I've actually got 3 that are in the pipeline right now, being produced, and actually more than 3, but I've got 3 that are coming really close. So I know you'll be really excited to see them. Off a little bit right there. Okay, now I'm going to sew the bag itself. The 7-corner ruler is available on our website, so you can get that from Kaylee, and that's Pam@PamDemore.com if you're new. Is anyone here new to us that's never been with us before? If you're new, let us know that you're new. We'd love to welcome you. Okay, let's go back to the table. I'm going to press these seams open. And we are going to sew our box corners. I'm just going to fold this over. Put a little wonder clip in there. A little wonder clip in here.
But he's asking how Joe's doing.
Oh, Joe's doing okay. How do I put this? He's learning how to like cope with his disability. What'd you say, Debbie?
Yeah, he's very active.
He seems to be a lot more like the old Joe. I think when I spun the camera around, you saw the kayak. That's his fishing kayak, which sadly has not been in the water once this summer. Joe used to fish almost every day. So that's still to me something that kind of tears at my heartstrings, because I know he's not feeling confident. And I'm like, honey, I'll go out in the kayak with you and I'll tie your lures for you if you need me to. I'll go out in my kayak, and paddle around, but he doesn't really seem interested.
But you've had good friends come this summer.
But we've had a lot of friends and a lot of
He's
parties.
He has gone fishing.
He has been fishing, yes.
Yeah.
He actually went fishing up in Ontario with friends, and he actually went fishing a few times on our lake with friends. So yeah, he's been fishing. He just hasn't been fishing on his kayak.
On his own, yeah.
So what I did here, this is this is gonna be the top of the bag. Okay, it's gonna be a drawstring. So what I did here is I made 2 like bound buttonholes, or 2 openings like this. So just to show you how I did it, because I know a lot of you've seen this, but some of you might be new. So just a little mock-up right here that I'm doing, okay? Did anyone say that they were new?
No,
No newbies?
no,
No one at all. They're probably, I bet you there's newbies and they're just afraid to say something.
it might be a little shy.
Yeah, they might be just a little bit shy. We're a friendly group though. You don't have to be shy around us.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna just draw a little rectangle. And I did this rectangle about 3/4 of an inch by 1/2 inch wide. And And again, I just kind of made this up as I went. So I did this, okay? So we'll go back to the machine.
Okay.
We had Cosmos at dinner. What can I say? Fran, you know what it's like when you come to this house.
Oh, no, I have no idea.
Okay, we're gonna cut a thread. And oops, what happened here?
Oh dear.
I'm gonna resew that because I don't know what happened. Oops.
Sue Ellen Gary wants to know if you gave a Cosmo to the machine.
Kind of looks like it, doesn't it? Nope. No, my machine's a purist. She does not drink. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in here. Once Debbie gets over here.
Oh my.
Nope.
Just and Debbie's defense, these two cameras have they have the same name, the overhead and the serger one. So just you know, hey,
Bear with me.
like I said, we haven't done this in a long time. So I'm gonna go to the corner. It's just like making a kind of like a bad buttonhole, just like an opening for this. I'm gonna pull this little facing through the hole. And then we press the back side. I think with the double stitching, I made it worse, but that's okay. As long as you guys have the idea of how I did it, right?
Rita wants to know why you did a bound buttonhole instead of just a machine buttonhole.
You could do a machine buttonhole. I just chose to do this one. So then I just folded this down at the top to make a casing. And then I folded it over like in half, and that's how I'm gonna put my cord tube with the drawstring, okay? And this would be the bag. So that's how I did that, okay? You could have done a regular buttonhole. Honestly, you could have. I just, I like doing bad buttonholes. That's just my thing. Okay, so I've got this top. So what I'm gonna do here is I am going to, what I did here is I put the seam in the middle of the back of the bag, okay, and put these two at the ends. So the pocket's where the front is. So the back of the bag, the center is actually right where the seam is. That worked out well. So I'm going to line up this seam to the seam. This is not the right edge, it's the raw edge. And it should be this way. Wrong side. I need to change this around. Let me sew these corners first. That'll make more sense once I sew the corners. Oops, back of my half inch seam allowance there. Okay, I think my thread just broke because it made a funny sound and it looks like it's not sewing.
You want to know what size your top piece is?
What size my top piece is? Do you mean the bag? I don't understand the question.
Probably where the drawstring goes.
Oh, the drawstring bag. I'm sorry. I did it 8 inches by, it was all the way around. Okay. The bag was cut 16 inches wide, which means when it's finished, it's going to be 30 inches. Okay. So I did that top piece. I did it at 61 because it was on the fold. There's 61 by 8. I guess I didn't give you that measurement. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's just going to be like the drawstring for the top. Okay, there's something funky going on here. What is going on here? Is this threaded proper? You know what? I think I used the wrong bobbin. This bobbin's got really heavy thread. Let's change this. And sometimes, ladies, I do this stupid stuff in webinars just to make you feel better. Is it working? Please say it is. Please say it's working.
Yep.
I think that's a top stitching thread. It's very heavy. And I think that's why I was having some issues.
Yes, they're saying it's working.
Okay. So Debbie and I are contemplating on doing these sew along with me classes on Fridays, like a Friday afternoon or like an all day Friday, so that we're not tying up somebody's weekend. And we will be recording them, so you'll be able to watch them anytime after the fact if you can't watch them live, or if you want to. I mean, we do, as you know, we do all the recordings. Would that be something that would be agreeable to you folks if you would take a class on a Friday, or would you just buy it and then watch it later? I'm just curious as to how that would work.
Usually, yes. Friday works for me. Yes, that'd be fun. Lots of positive responses.
Oh, good, good. Because I know there's a lot of working ladies, but you all know that with my classes, we do record them. And Barbara's much better at getting them edited than I was, and it gets them out much faster. So, and by the way, Barbara has moved to Florida. She bought the house right next door to me, so she's my neighbor, and that's wonderful. So we're very excited for her. So here is this is going to be the drawstring top.
You're not at the work table.
Hang on, Fran.
I'm not at the work table. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, Debbie.
It's okay,
Okay.
Fran.
Yeah, I'm not looking. I'm just working, so I don't know where Debbie is.
I'm sorry.
We just, I just lined this up. I took the seam and put it in the center of the back. And then I just, where the buttonholes are, they line up at the sides here. So there's the top part. I'm gonna zoom out and see a little better. Okay. And now I'm gonna take the lining, put the lining with right sides together. And this time I will line up the seams. Lining up the seams. Yeah, and these are just jeans that I got from the local thrift store, you know, for next to nothing, because they have a special every so often. All you can put in a trash bag for $10. So I filled it up with blue jeans. Okay, just all the way around the top. Okay. So I have a lot of blue jean projects out in my pipeline that I want to share with you, because I think it's fun and everybody has old blue jeans. Now, I know you're saying, oh, if I lose that last 10, 15 pounds, I'm going to wear those blue jeans again. But girls, honestly, put the camera on me. So honestly, if you work that hard to lose that last little bit of weight so you can wear those skinny jeans, don't you want a pair of new jeans? Come on, don't you deserve a pair of new jeans? You don't want those old, like out of style jeans. You want new jeans because you worked for it. Take those old jeans and cut them up so you don't ever have to remember how skinny you used to be. Okay, just saying. That's my little soapbox. Rita's like, yes, you deserve new jeans. Okay, so we're gonna sew all the way around. Now I know you're saying to yourself, what about the straps? I haven't forgotten about the straps. Now you could take the straps and you can insert them into the seam if you wanted to, but I don't want to because I have another plan for them. Okay, I have another plan. So ladies, I have another question for you. Should I have a couple options. Should I sell my long arm? Or should I move it up to the warehouse and set it up here and just use it more and maybe rent out time on it? Because I have a long arm downstairs that I never use. Honestly, I think I've only made maybe, I know I haven't even made 10 quilts on it. It's virtually still virgin. And I never use it. And it's just a shame to have such a beautiful machine and not use it. So think about it. What would you do if you were me?
Are you using a jeans needle?
Yeah, I have a jeans needle in there, yes.
Denise
You
says
should move it to the warehouse. You should rent it out if there's a market for it. And someone else said you should sell it. So there you go.
there you go.
See, the problem is it's down in the basement. Part of it is I only have half the frame set up. It's set up with a 6-foot frame because I don't have room for all 12 feet. But I could set up the whole frame up here. So I don't know. I'm kind of at a loss. So here we're turning it right side out and using the,
Come back to the table.
okay, wait a minute. Debbie's gonna follow me.
Okay.
Okay, turned it right side out. And I've got the lining inside. And here is the little drawstring that's gonna be at the top. We're gonna fold this over. I'm gonna give it a good pressing here. Actually,
Yeah, top stitch.
I'm gonna top stitch it and I'm gonna do something fun. I'm gonna actually make it a little binding here. I think it's turning out really cute, don't you, Deb?
It is.
You want it?
Sure.
Like, sure. Debbie will be sporting this when she takes her vacation down to Florida. Yep, Debbie's going on vacation to Florida. Guess where she's staying?
Hotel d'Amour.
Hotel Del Mar. Make your reservations, ladies. The end is filling up fast. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna stitch around here because I think this could be really fun to have this top stitch. Just a little bit of binding. This was kind of an afterthought, but I think this is kind of cool. Right? Just a little trim at the top.
That's really cute. Yeah.
Yeah. I love this button fabric.
Are you zigzagging that?
No, I'm just straight stitching. I'm doing a stitch in the ditch. My camera is vibrating. I know it vibrates, but it's just, it's the way it is. I can't tell where I started. Guess that's a good thing, right? Oh, there it is. Now, if you want to, let's go back to the table. If you want to make it a little more boxy. Press this here. We could top stitch this right like this. So let's just do that. Just for something a little bit different. Okay. Let's press this. And so Kaylee and I designed a really cute bag together, so that's gonna be coming out fairly soon too. That's gonna be the P bag. Before that comes out, I have to have the well, the I and the H and the J and the L and the M. So many bags, so many bags. Okay, so I'm just gonna top stitch these down right along the edges. I know there's three cameras that have very similar names. We need to find out if we can change the names of the cameras in our system. That would make it so much easier.
Okay, Sheila wants to know if you're catching the lining in the top stitching.
I don't know and I don't care. How does that tell you, Lee, Sheila? I don't know if I'm catching it. Let me look. No, I did not catch the lining. Not catching the lining. And it doesn't matter. It's just to give the bag a little more definition, to make it a little boxier, more like a little small tote. This direction here. Oh, I'm gonna put a new bobbin in pretty soon because this one's pretty empty. So tell me, folks, what have you been up to all summer? You can feel free to chat amongst yourselves. I need to change bobbins here. The bobbin. Anything interesting?
They're all quiet.
They're quiet. Surely someone had interesting stuff happen to them this summer.
Oh, Denise said she retired on June 30th.
Yes, congratulations.
Rita's been sewing garments, 10 dresses for little girls in the family.
Nice. Well, they've been busy.
Did a total gut and remodel of my bathroom.
Ooh.
Barbara.
I'm actually gutting and remodeling my bathroom down in Florida right now. Actually, that's not true. I'm not doing it. My uncle's
Your uncle's
doing
doing
it. I guess he started it yesterday.
Get them ready for mom.
Yep. Getting rid of the bathtub, just putting in a shower.
Girls are making bags with embroidery on the front.
Cool. I'm working on some new embroidery designs too. I'm working on a new monogram collection to go with one of my bag patterns. We haven't scheduled any boot camps in the near future, so if any of you are interested, would you be more interested, just doing a little survey here while I'm sewing, would you be more interested in a bag boot camp, a serger boot camp, or a winter treatment boot camp? So, and this doesn't obligate you, just let me know what you would be more interested in. So you can see it's a little bit, Debbie, you got a little bit more, a little foxy here.
Oh, isn't that cute?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got a little bag bottom here that I made with 2 pieces of Flex and Firm and a piece of plastic canvas. I'm just going to put some double stick tape on here. Stick it to the bottom of my bag.
Window treatments, Denise.
Window treatments, okay.
No, she said, what was the third option?
Window treatments, bags, and serger. Or would you like another home deck retreat, like maybe slip covers and pillows or something to that effect? I'm just trying to figure out, what I'm gonna do with all my spare time.
Spare time. Busier than ever. One says home deck, Denise says home deck, Barbara says bag.
Okay.
Martha says home deck.
I know, winter treatments are starting to come back in a big way. So now I'm gonna just put this in the bottom. Oh, you know what? No, I can still do this. I'll put my zipper in later. I'm gonna put this in the bottom of my bag. Just gonna tuck this in here, stick it down. Okay, so give it a nice little stiffness, okay? All right, so now let's put the straps on. So where's my strap fabric? Here's my strap fabric. So
Oh,
this was the waistband of the pair of jeans that I cut up. So I'm gonna do this. I'm going to cut this in half into 2 straps. And I'm gonna measure where I want these. I'm thinking about, maybe 2 inches, let's see about 2 inches from the edge to see where that lies. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to sew them down like this and then flip them up. Oh, I have to stitch these down first. So I use stabilize. Let's do that first. We have to stitch these down. So Debbie and I are planning on our first sew along with me on October 4th, tentatively, but it's not carved in stone yet, but we're thinking October 4th. And it's going to be a pillow. So it's a really fun pillow.
would be in the afternoon, in the morning.
Yeah, it would be in the afternoon, like or maybe, I'm not sure. I'm not sure when it's gonna be. We just have to play it by ear. So I'm gonna come in 2 inches from the edge. I'm just gonna mark this one. Oh, 2 inches. The other thing is Kaylee would like to participate more with us with the webinars, but she can't do it on Tuesdays, but she could do it on Mondays or Thursdays. Is there one day, folks, that's better for you, a Monday or Thursday? Would you just let me know by just keying in which day would be better for you? Monday or Thursday? If we did, the evening, the free webinars that we do in the evening. Okay? That looks okay to everyone, don't you? Oh, you see that?
Yeah. Yeah. What stabilizer for the waistband?
I just use Flex and Firm Light. I think it's a good spacing.
Out of focus. There you
What's
go.
that?
You're fine. It was out of focus, but it corrected.
Thank you. Fran's doing a great job co-hosting, isn't she, ladies
Mm-hmm.
and gentlemen? Are there any men on tonight? I'm saying ladies, but I don't know if there's any men on. There might be. I love it when we have men folk helping us. I'm just lining these up buttons even at the bottom of the banding here, the kind of faux banding that I need. We're just gonna sew that up.
Would your Monday or Thursday classes be in the evening?
They would be in the evening like this, like the Tuesday night classes. Yes.
Monday seems to be
Better?
for the people that have answered.
Okay. because Kaylee has a lot to offer and I want to give her the opportunity, but she is still currently working a real job. Okay. She still has her daytime job at, she's actually working for the world's largest sewing machine dealer in the Seattle area. And she needs her insurance. So until she gets a little more, experience with the sale of the business and gets a little more secure with it, she wants to continue to keep her job, which I certainly do not blame her. Because guess what? I had the security of my husband having the medical insurance. So I know what that's like. I'm just flipping these over and now I'm stitching them down. Again, you could have sewed them in the seams, but I didn't do that because I wanted to do a little faux binding. So your easy binding, I think we call that. Okay, let's do the other side. I really like this button fabric. I think it's really sweet. That was actually from my mom's quilt shop.
Are you still selling your mom's fabric?
Yes, there's still some here. I mean, it's not on the website anymore because it would have been too hard for Kaylee to try to manage it long distance. But there is still some here. So I've had a few local ladies that have come and wanted to purchase something. So, yeah, we're still selling it at a discount. And yeah. But we're not selling much of it because it's not on the website anymore. But thank you to everyone who did purchase during our sale because, it actually helped my mom out financially quite a bit during the summer when we sold all that fabric. So that was good. Oh, okay, it's over. We are almost done. I didn't think it would take me this long to make this simple little bag, but I guess it did. Oh, I hate when that happens.
Broke the needle, broke the foot.
Oh, well, you know what?
Better that foot than.
I am not going to stitch that down. We're going to finish this up because it's almost 8 o'clock, but you guys saw me do the other 3. So you know what the rest is, right? So, okay. Was there another cord in that box or was it just one? Can you run downstairs and get me some more of the micro welt in the drawer? I don't know what happened to the rest. So I'm gonna make a micro welt drawstring through the top of this bag.
What?
Put it up here a little bit. Just put stuff away.
Is she putting a charger in there?
Okay. So I'm going to go in through the opening here. And all the way through, we needed 2 cords that were about 32, 33 inches long.
Isn't that where her zipper is?
That's what
No, this isn't where the zipper is. This is not where the zipper is. Uh-oh. I just pulled up the wrong end. Let's try this again. Now the zipper isn't actually, I'll put the zipper together. The zipper's here in the lining.
Yeah.
So I'm
No
gonna put
worries.
the zipper in here. I'm gonna put the zipper in all the way, put it on once.
How'd they get those on so quick?
Turn your microphones off, ladies, please. Use the chat box. Thank you. Okay, so I closed the zipper up. Let's go.
There it is.
Okay, Debbie, oh, it's on the floor. Thank you, Debbie. I was here, it's on the floor. So, we're just gonna pretend, since I broke a needle and I don't think I should it. What I would do is put a pin across each end, about 2 inches from the ends, okay? And then I open up the zipper. And I pull the corners out and I would sew right across the corners, but instead of sewing, I'm just gonna pin right across. I'm gonna pin right across those corners. I will sew it after we sign off. Cause I want to finish pretty close to 8 o'clock so you can watch the debate. So I think that's important for us to know what's going on with our government. Then pull it across right here. And you would sew right across here, right across the corner like we did with the bag. Tuck those corners inside. Zip your bottom shut, and that part is complete. So now, to do the cord, you're gonna go in. We're gonna do two cords. So I can take the first one here. And the reason why you do 2 cords is that way you can pull it and it will cinch it shut. I'm gonna do the other side here. We're going to take these two. I'm gonna time in a knot right now. I had something else planned, but I'm gonna just time it.
Okay, somebody wants to know why you didn't sew the corners before you sewed it to the bag.
So what corners? I don't understand the question. Please repeat the question or explain.
You sew the corners before you sewed it to the bag. Oh, the lining corners, I guess.
The lining corners is usually the last thing that I do. Because that's how we get into the bottom of the bag. If we want to do bag feet, we want to put in the bag bottom, you know, all that stuff. So we sew the lining, the bottom, we put in that zipper, and one of the very last things that we do is put that zipper in the bag. So if you've taken any classes with me or used any of my patterns, you would see how that's just a manufacturing method that I use. And honestly, if you do it a couple times, it makes perfect sense. And those of you who have done it, you'll agree with me, right? So this is how I was gonna finish the ends of the zippers. I was gonna use one of my widgets, not the zippers, I'm sorry, the ends of the cords. Using one of my widgets, wrap it around, sew it, wrap some fabric around that knot to sew that up. So then I have a little pull. I thought also a little wooden bead would be fun, but I didn't have any wooden beads. This is what I had. Okay, so that's how I'm finishing off the ends of my pieces. And I had another piece of fabric, but I don't know what I had here. Do this end. Put it to the widgets. Go over. You could glue it a little bit if you wanted to. I would just sew it. And then put this over the top. And so this little piece is cut 2 inches by 2.5. And I would just fold this down. And sew it down on both ends and sew the side. So that way, when we want to close the bag, we just cinch it up like this. So that's closing the bag, and there's the straps. Okay, so let's go to the regular camera. So this is our bag. Just tilt the camera down a little bit so you can see a little better here. So there's the bag. Okay, it looks dark in this light because it's a really dark denim. There's a pocket here. You can see. And then the little box corners. Let's go back to this camera, Debbie.
Okay.
And let me zoom out anymore as I did. There's my cute little bag. So it's got this at the top, the little drawstring, and then just a little straps. Okay, just made out of a pair of jeans. Any comments?
Yeah, great project, adorable, fun bag, love the trim at the top. Great idea.
Cool. All right, before I let you go watch the debate.
Somebody said they didn't think it started till 9.
I think it starts at 8.
I don't know.
Maybe it's not 9. I don't know. I thought it started at 8. So this is the Polestar pillow. And this is 2 layers of fabric, but if you notice, the pattern kind of continues inside here. This is the pillow that we're teaching. This is going to be one of our online classes. And you'll get a kit. The kit won't have the pillow form, but it'll have the covered buttons. It'll have all the fabric, the zippers, everything you need. That's going to be one of our classes that we're teaching. And I think it's a really fun class. And what's really fun about it is if you don't want this other fabric inside, you could put in another fabric. You could put an embroidery. You could put in a contrasting fabric. You could put in a photo on fabric. So there's really fun things you can do with this. Okay. This is one of the classes that Debbie and I are going to be offering. We're going to be offering some serger classes. This is our first one. This is the one that we're doing maybe early October. Then we're going to do a serging for the home. So if you come to the Sewing Expo, you probably saw some of these classes, but this is, we're going to make a placemat, a napkin ring, and you get a kit and that has everything you need in it. So you can do either a round napkin or a square napkin, or you can make 2 napkins. So it's a double-sided napkin. You can even take the napkin if you want to and tuck it inside this pocket. And not use the napkin ring if you so wish. Okay. So that's the class we're doing on the serger. And this requires just a basic 4-thread serger. You don't need any fancy stitches. Okay. This is another class that we're teaching. This is from my Hold Everything book. This is the zipper pocket bag. So you can do it with just a square flat corner, or you can do a box corner, which totally changes the bag. This is a really fun class too. These are both 3-hour classes. These are all like a half-day class. They're 3 hours. They're really fun. We're also going to do, this is one of our new patterns. We're going to do the Isabel organizer. So this is the Isabel. And you can open this up. It's just an organizer that I use it for my electronic cords and stuff, but you can use it for pill bottles, jewelry, makeup, medications, whatever you want to keep organized, your sewing supplies. But this is a really fun project. This is one of our new patterns, the Isabel, the letter I, but that's going to be coming up as a sew along with me. So these are the first ones that we're going to be offering. We're going to try to do like 1 or 2 a month with that. Okay. So that's what we got coming up. So I hope you enjoyed getting back together with us. And I think we got a small crowd tonight. What, about 60 people?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And so,
we got to 62.
okay, good. That was a small crowd. I'm thinking the lighting is not real good in here. Do I look dark?
A little.
Yeah, we've got another studio light that we're going to set up, but we haven't done it yet. So we're still kind of figuring things out, but I think things are pretty good so far. So thank you all for joining us. And if you've got any questions or contributions, you can still email me, pam@pmdemore.com, and give Debbie a big thank you. And Fran, a big thank you out there. Fran, thank you. Fran helps monitor things. She lets people in. She shuts your mic off if your mic's on, and she answers questions. And so it's really good to have both of them because, it's a lot of work for Debbie to follow me with the cameras because I'm kind of like, a hummingbird on crack. So anyway, I'm glad that you guys were able to join us, and we'll be coming back. I don't know if we'll do one next week. A lot going on, but we'll see. Maybe next week. We'll see. So take care. Happy sewing, and go watch the debate.
Pre-debate 8, debate at 9.
Oh, pre-debate 8, and it starts at 9. Okay,
That's
good
great.
to know. Thank you for telling us. So now you have time to go and have a cup of tea or a glass of wine before the debate starts. Fran, thank you again. Love you guys.
Smoke.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.